When I met Sherry about 5 years ago, I thought she was different. She responded quickly when I sent her an insurance quote, but she was very passive when we talked. She would answer my questions, but stayed quiet unless I asked. I guess maybe I talked too much, but she was impressed with my voice and asked me to narrate for her videos. Although I have made more than 300 videos with her, and we chat through emails and social media often, she still is the quiet person who hardly ever starts a conversation. I asked her why. She said she's had so many people over the years attacking her for no reason. She tends to stay quiet and to herself to avoid being hurt. I remember telling her, "No, that's crazy. You think that way and bad things then happen to you. You need to think positive, go out and have friends." Actually, I told her that I would narrate as a man thinketh for free if she would agree to make videos and put it on YouTube. I thought that might be the best way to share with her and others the positive messages. 3 years ago, she opened up when she started her YouTube channel, The Mystery Decoder. For a girl who dared not to talk, she found her voices. With almost 6 million views in just 3 years, she found people who would listen to her messages. Although most of them heard only my voice, many of the films you can watch on Amazon also. 2 years ago, she decided to submit her films to film festivals. Although we had a humble start because neither of us had any filming experience, I won Best Actor awards for my narration, and she won Best Writer, Best Editor, Best Director, Best Cinematographer, Best Original Concept, Best Female Filmmaker, while our films won Best Biography, Best Sci-Fi, Best Horror, Best Trailer, Best Super Short, Best Short, Best Feature, Best Feature Documentary, Best Music, Best Sound Effects, and Best Music Video. I've often thought, she's like a sponge. She absorbs information super quick. So our films keep getting better and better. Despite her wearing multiple hats, she would also wipe her slate clean and move on to the next project, just like a sponge. I also think she is like a magnet. She draws things to her, both good and bad. I have to admit, working with Sherry can be fun, but challenging. It is hard to catch up with her speed of work, but I was glad to help her spread positive messages. I've also often thought even some of her crazy theories are quite brilliant. As her film type grew from documentary to fictions, her frustrations also grew. She told me how frustrated she was when confirmed cast members did not show up on set, how cameramen refused to follow her filming instructions, and how people she helped win acting nominations and awards won't even reply to her emails. Because she never emails nor calls unless it is something important, I knew she most likely did not deserve this. But I thought, maybe she sometimes makes a mountain out of a molehill? She told me how people reacted when she told them she's a film director. She said they will be fine at first, but then act strange afterwards. I jokingly told her maybe the Me Too movement gave film directors a bad name. Honestly, I can't understand why people would not like her. She's intelligent and good-hearted, very friendly and humorous. You know what? I might add also she's quite generous. But that is just my opinion. After all, she did make me a star. A few days ago, she chatted with me from the East Coast while taking another one of her cruises. She asked me if her YouTube channel would turn people away because people she met on the boat acted funny when they saw her after having a pleasant lunch with her the day before. I told her that we have an honest and original content channel. If people have a problem with it, she should not worry about that. I asked her if she bragged about her many awards. She said, not really, but she did share her name and told them to search on YouTube for her name. So I decided to search for her name myself, and I was shocked. Her personal information, including where she lived, and her date of birth, were listed at mylife.com. And they gave a horrible rating of 2.99 out of 5. The headline said she was a criminal and had an arrest record, which was news to me. I decided to see what she did and tried to run the process through. Since she is my boss, I do have a valid reason to search on her. However, when the screen asked me to input my personal information, I stopped. I realized that was probably how they got her. Most people would probably stop all contact with a presumed criminal like that. But I did issue her not only the home insurance, but also a professional insurance policy a few years ago. I know the companies I represent will not approve her application if she is indeed a person with a record. So I decided to confront her with the allegations. She told me about a year or two ago she decided to search on her name, and she found this site saying someone with her name has a criminal record. She panicked and paid like $30 to see if someone had stolen her identity. She found it was 2 traffic tickets she has had over her 30 years of driving. One for failing to stop at a stop sign, although she swore she did stop. But the policeman said she did not stop long enough and handed her the ticket. The other time was when she drove 45 miles an hour on the highway she took every day, but was stopped because she did not realize a particular section was under construction and they had reduced the speed limit. She said she did not get that information until she paid $30 for the criminal background report. And a week later she found more charges as some text hidden in the privacy statement asked for monthly payments, which she called and canceled after seeing the charge. Most people would not dig deep to find out what crime you committed when they see a report like this. They just think, you're bad, and they want to keep away from you. Although these unauthorized personal information sharing can cause a lot of problems, it can happen to you and me and many people who naively sign in through some social media site that allows the sharing of your information. But what I did not tell her was something more damaging and sad. I knew it would ruin her vacation, but after some research, I felt I had to tell her. When I searched her name, the first video that popped up on the top of the page was a 1 hour and 11-minute long video about some of her videos. I could not believe my eyes when I watched it. She's a very private person. She spends her own money in making the films, and she has 175 film awards on IMDb. In 23 months, her films have received over 1,000 film festival acceptances. She has won gold at World Peace Award, platinum and gold at World Humanitarian Awards, and received Global Impact and Semi-Global Impact Awards in Belgium. But someone she does not know spent over 1 hour attacking her. I got even more upset when I watched the content. They laughed at her when there was nothing to laugh at. They said she used a green screen on one of her historical dramas. What's wrong with that? Every studio uses green screens. Our films have won so many awards because despite our limited budget, we can tell stories like no one else can. They picked on and mocked our A Murder in Boulder, one film that we did not use a green screen from beginning to end. They said the 6-year-old girl did not hold still while lying on the floor. Ugh. Come on. Picking on a 6-year-old girl? If she moved a little, does that change the story we were trying to tell? They picked on the name of the character. Do they know Dreamgirl won an Oscar when they played the life stories of the Supremes? They said we put information on Wikipedia in the story. Great. Thanks for getting it. By using facts as clues, we outline the obvious mistakes everyone would have noticed, except the police. As they were running out of ideas to pick on and crudely mock, they picked on the name I chose for the film Nevermind, a sci-fi thriller about a girl who can kill with her mind. And they picked on the name of a film in our educational category, A Tale of Two Gals, Sail or Jail. A brilliant name for the routes taken by two girls. One took online community college classes and got her associate's degree 1 year before graduating high school, while the other one, also an honor student, skipped classes to work and was sent to jail. By mockingly laughing at our films during the full hour, they made people feel our great work is laughable. And adding salt to our wounds was the fact that the video not only had over 20,000 views since April 2018, it had over 500 likes. I don't understand why they picked on her. If you look at her channel and videos, you will see that she does not delete negative comments. She thinks people are entitled to their opinion. But at least those people watched our videos. The 500 likes probably only watched the criticizing attack video. But they must feel better putting down a foreign-born Asian woman without training, but who has accomplished much in a short time, than to praise her work. Maybe they picked on us because in less than 3 years, we have 23,000 subscribers and almost 6 million views. Maybe they are angry for us having 90 films on Amazon Prime. Maybe they just don't like us. But they violated the law when they attacked me like that. Why? They violated copyright law. They used over 1 hour of my video footage without my specific written consent. We could have filed a complaint and forced the video down and scarred them with a copyright strike. But we outlined the unfair accusation and asked them to apologize. However, as soon as they saw my comment, they quickly took down their video. I wish you could see the video to see how unfair the criticizing comments and accusations were. I got a glimpse of the attack after they took the video down the following day when I searched on Sherry's name. A portion of the attack is still attached to her name. Can you imagine what this has done to her and her reputation? You can imagine, but we don't need to, because we had a front row seat watching her name being torn up by this. 2.5 months ago, she reached a deal with a famous Chinese opera singer. The singer will be featured in her documentary about Chinese traditional art for free, while Sherry will allow the foundation to show her work free of charge. She spent 4 days filming and it came out great. But after she sent the draft cut to the singer's attitude had a 180-degree turn. She said, quote, she does not want to be associated with Sherry in any way, and we are not allowing her to use the footage or her name. And at the end, she sent a text saying that, quote, she can't let an amateur director make the film. Sherry replied, amateur? I've had 150 IMDb awards, and you call me an amateur? But now we know why. It is easy to make fun of Sherry's English because she wasn't born here. Although she can write the most touching stories and write beautiful songs, you can find mistakes if you look close enough. But did she mistakenly name one film 3 different names because she does not know how to spell? No. She did it so she can submit different lengths or different languages to meet festival requirements. Although these two people do not know us, there may be a reason for their attack. Putting me down makes them feel good, and it can bring them subscribers. But how about the 500 some people who like that video? Have they watched my films? Maybe they hate them too. But let me ask you, if my films are so worthless, how did I get 170 plus film festivals to accept my 260 films in just 22 months? I have not read the hundreds of comments, but one did stand out. One person named Olivia said, "Thank you for taking my suggestion. I knew something was special about her Casting Frontier posting. Since July 2017, my cast has won or gotten nominated for 15 casting awards. Most of them worked for me for less than 2 days. But with good stories and direction, we accomplished some amazing work. Shooting will be an OC. I am sorry, but I have to brag. In 18 months, my films have received 600 film festival official selections, including about 200 nominations and 10 awards. That is on 200 films and about 200 film festivals. 90 of my films are on Amazon. If you want to invest one day and get the awards you deserve, submit and try. What do you have to lose?" There are 10 replies and quite a few likes. The statement sounded like someone on drugs. How can anyone get 700 film festival acceptances in 18 months? You can check out our other videos that show the list. Or you can check on her IMDb page, which offers detailed information but only lists IMDb acknowledged festivals. But with 175 awards and 271 nominations on IMDb, you know I'm not bragging, and I don't need to argue that our films are not perfect. But because we have such wonderful stories, many judges have chosen us over many more technically prepared films. Of course, for the ones that feed on others' blood, they can't see the beauty of our films. I don't know how many talents decided to ignore my casting calls because they saw this video. In a year, 39 actors and actresses worked for me, won a total of 44 awards and 30 nominations. They got paid based on SAG ultra-low scale hourly rate. And I paid the extra festival submission fees when we felt they gave an award-winning performance. So, see, the video not only cost me, it took away great opportunities for many talents. So maybe Sherry has offended some bloodthirsty talents who did not feel anyone should get acting awards from 2 days' work in a short independent film. Well, sorry to disappoint you, but Elaine got her first 2 Best Actress nominations for her 75-second part in Tudor Tales as a supporting actress. Star won her first nomination from Move Me Production for her 3-minute monologue as young Queen Elizabeth. Both films used a green screen and would most likely be laughed at. Valerie won a platinum on her first film as Best Actress and helped the film win Best Film 2017 in Hell Chess, while Sharon won Diamond Best Actress in The Story and helped Sherry win Best Female Filmmaker at Barcelona. You may say these are not major film festivals, and winning therefore means nothing? Well, if these festivals are good enough to be acknowledged by IMDb, why are they not good enough for you? Basically, we did not have tons of money to throw at festivals with high submission fees, especially when we saved a good chunk to pay for acting awards considerations. However, we received 4 awards from the prestigious Accolade Film Competition during the last 2 seasons, and received a Platinum Award in World Humanitarian Awards. We can't deny the fact that we are doing fine despite the unfair attacks, but it hurts. It hurts deeply because we've done nothing to deserve this. We have devoted our time and efforts to make positive films. We have made fact-based historical dramas, hoping to show the side of history most people overlook. We point out possible clues on unsolved mysteries, not to pull you our way, but to share with you what we found. We could delete negative comments, but we usually leave it so viewers can meet people with different views. Do we deserve this? You tell me. The good thing about being the underdog is not having to worry about losing. Hopefully with some encouragement, Sherry will be as good as new again. But think. Please think, what did the wrong information cost us? We were treated as con artists and had to shelf a completed film. What did it cost the actors? Actresses? Definitely a chance for an award. What did it cost you? Maybe 30 minutes of your time. However, hopefully you learned how to protect yourself. This is Ken Peters. Thank you for watching.